Hey guys, it's Jess. I'm bringing to you an interesting channeling. So this, I think, is syncing with me because I've been playing a lot of medieval themed games, and today it was like a voice larger than my own saying, "You need to do this," and it resonated so loud. And I've never done a video or a mediumship channeling on somebody that lived and walked the earth like 500 something years ago. So I thought this will be interesting. This will be something. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Plague Tales and a Plague Tale, and it takes place when the Inquisition is ongoing and a plague is spreading through the land. So there's some alchemy references and some esoteric undertones to it, especially at that time with doctors and herbs and is it sorcery or science or from God, you know, that whole spiel. So without further ado, this is a channel that I'm going to do with Joan of Arc. So let's go into it with an open mind, shall we? And trust and be brave and see what information we can gather. I call on my guides. I call on my spirit team to be present, Archangel Michael to be with us. Clear my head. I like to meet with Joan of Arc. I see a knight coming up to me, and they are opening up the space so that they could see me, and their eyes look at mine, same deep color. She has the banner, and she's on a white horse, and she is pointing to a hill that she's showing me. She's showing me being arrested, but she is in like a linen cloth with her hands behind her back. She's telling me to see it, not to make sense of it, just see it. Violence was ordinary, whether or not you had a kind heart or not. Is woven into you from an early age. Death, disease, punishment, public death on display. I saw these visions and they moved with me. froze my mind and took my breath away. These were real encounters that at the time scared me. I was scared. But the visions assured me there was much to be done, much to be fought for. Too much blood had soaked within the land. No. I did my best not to aid in adding more blood to the ground. But I saw the pain and sorrow of war. But the visions pressed that this was already decided, to not feel bad at the lives that were still going to be lost. It made no sense to me at that time in that perspective, but I see it now revolving. It was already their divine choice and will to be a part of those moments and to pass. I would see an illuminated cross in the sky, glowing fiercely. These were the directions I took. I feared no man, only God. I was not a witch, but I was punished as one. I grew up with many children in the village. Quick child one day, warrior of God the next. I see present day through your eyes, and I urge you to follow your compass, your inner voice. Follow the fire. It engulfs not the flesh, but helps the soul stay alive and move. Is there anything you want to share with anyone that's watching? I walk the earth, but I am not trapped. I am free. I am bound by nothing, no man. could take more than my life away from me. I am angry that my life was cut shorter, but I am aware now that there were exit points sooner or later, but I chose to stay. I chose that path. He didn't listen to me and my advice, and I was imprisoned. I forgive the king. I forgive all in that life that trespassed against me and my voices, my visions. I am peaceful. I'm fierce. I have this tone because of what I've went through, but I am not in pain. I am with the light. Let me continue to be an inspirational source to those that are afraid to shine bright in a field of a million doubters. Let me be the North Star to those that need help finding their call. She shows me her sword and the inscription. It looks like there is Latin or there's something script written on this sword. She holds the sword up, blade upwards to her chest, and looks up. Follow your call. Is there anything you want to tell anybody that's watching this? I have said all I had to say. I must go. Thank you so much. The wall made like I heard like a noise. And it like brought me back really right back. Thank you so much, Joan of Arc, for being with us today. Thank you, guides. Wowee. I'm tired. I don't know how to explain how that felt. Fierce. Wow. All right. Let's get into these cards I pulled prior to the reading, because I didn't know what this was going to be about. So the first card, Stybus, was about a fierce personality. Let me read it to you. so you guys can get the full picture as I did. So, Stibus antimony. In medieval times, antimony became known as the Grey Wolf of alchemy. This was due to the malloid's unpredictable qualities and its ability to eat away at materials in the laboratory. Gold is one of the few materials to withstand contact with it. For these reasons, this card must be read with delicacy. On one hand, it represents the wild and free spirit that longs to express itself in the world. On the other hand, it represents a fierceness that can turn destructive or corrosive at the drop of a hat. The message here is clear. Channel the Grey Wolf's energy towards creativity. Channel it to come out from the shadows and express itself. Embark on the creative project or adventure that's calling you. Rather than focusing on why you can't, once you begin, don't quit. The Grey Wolf responds to respect, not repression. And then the next one was rotation. And it has the spider in the center, which we know been coming around with a lot of spiders lately, so it's like one of those things that you can't ignore. This goes under rotational or directional. It's hard to find the stuff. There it is. Okay, rotatio, rotation. The wheel cycles. Rotatio is the greatest alchemic operation of the wheel. Though its circularity, it indicates that work performed again and again and again produces results. It reminds us of our efforts are cumulative, not singular, nor is it the work ever fixed or finished. Rather, the alchemist rises each day to tend to the laboratory, to weave their work into the world. It is an epitome of the alchemic axiom, idem mutata resurgo. Although changed, I arise the same. This operation is expressed through images of the circle, the spiral, the Ouroboros, and the wheel. By its non-hierarchical shape, we are tossed back into the spin, just when we thought we had figured it all out. Though this stage can't be frustrating and causes a fair amount of restlessness, it is at the heart of all spiritual practices. Is there anything that does not repeat? Okay, and then Rebus, the androgynon. The androgynon is a deeply revered image in alchemy. Born of Hermes and Aphrodite, Hermaphroditos has been classically depicted as a balanced union of divine masculine, the sun, and divine feminine, the moon. Yet today's alchemist knows that androgen is far more nuanced than that. It encompasses the infinite spectrum and reveals itself in ever-changing non-binary forms. The divine hermaphrodite defies definition as it is deeply personal felt experience. Accessing this fluid and enlightened state required us to slip into the contradictory realm of senses. Breath by breath, we are drawn into our limbs, our fluids, our orifices, organs, and cells. We let go of rules and labels. Judgment is suspended. The gods are present as the creative mysteries of the underworld. For a brief moment, we hold all of our complexities in one loving form. Like a newborn, we know not our names, gender, age, or location. We are the embodied artist, embraced unconditionally by sun and moon. And the last card was Sor Mystica, the mystical sister. There she is. Alright, Sacred Ally, Anima, Outreach. Just when you thought you could transverse the alchemic path by yourself, Sorrow Mystica appears. This card indicates a dear friend or sacred ally holds you in their heart at this very moment. With their support, you are able to do what you cannot do yourself. Between you exists an alchemical part based on the ingredients of respect, honesty, and unconditional love. It is as if you've known each other for many lifetimes. You have shared an experience from which you are always bonded. This archetype may come in any gender, age, or form. One distinct characteristic of Sorrow Mystica is that they practice the art of witnessing and listening. They have no need to judge, fix, or give advice. Presence is enough. When this card appears, tend to the flame of a friendship. Be a mystical sister to another. To ponder those who have helped you. So, that was a little oracle reading that kind of went over all that. And ooh, I'm getting chills again with that Sorrow Mystica card. That's what this looked like. Really interesting. So let me know what you thought. If you've channeled Joan of Arc, what was your experience like? Was it like this? Bits and pieces, blips, and forward information? Yeah, well, I'll let you guys get to it. I need to eat something. I feel like, man, not wiped, but I feel like I need a carb. All right, take care, you guys. Much love.